so excited about that. And someone told him, take her to a chiropractor. So my dad said, well, if they do that, they'll break her neck. I'm not sure. Do we do the surgery? Do we do the other here? And so I ended up being taken to a chiropractor, and his name was Dr. Stiff, and it's amazing. He was in healthcare because he did chain smoking of the Marlboro unfiltered cigarettes. I remember this because I saw him until I was like 12 years old. But anyway, the first time that he adjusted me, they said I could stop vomiting. The second time, the seizure stopped. And from then on, my dad was determined that he was going to become a chiropractor. So I was in 6th grade, and he actually became a chiropractor by the time I was in 9th grade, so I've been working with him forever. So chiropractic saved my life, because at that time, when women were giving birth, they put the women to sleep and they pulled the baby out. And that messed up the first 2 vertebrae in my neck, and that's what caused all of that. And I had so many complications from having all those problems the first 2 years that food was my enemy. I was sick every time that I ate anything. And so trying to figure out what was wrong, so we found out what was wrong with that, with the food in the stomach and everything being messed up, and found allergy elimination technique that I learned, and then all the emotional stuff of getting through school and realizing I can't learn. I study and I study and I study, and my brain doesn't work. So then I went into the neurology and started working with autistic kids and concussions and traumatic brain injuries, and then, it's just one thing after another that there's so many complicating factors to life. And then the emotional stuff of how do you not learn, how can you not study this and get it down. And I learned about neuroemotional technique and how to help deal with stresses. And the hardest time in my life has been trying to find answers for things. If I don't know an answer, I'm going to go learn something for somebody to help them be able to get better, or I'm going to find someone for them.
That's awesome. Thank you. And I know that you have some clients here in the room, which of course, we can't talk about that, but I just want to tell you, it's awesome. Like, I love hearing your clients and say how empowered they are and how much of a difference you make in their lives and their families' lives. So thank you. Both of y'all, actually. So thank you. I do want to bring up Meg Hayes. Meg is in, Boss Babes. Meg is in our Boss Babes group, and she and I met each other several years ago thanks to Facebook and our desire to meet everybody. Always. And Meg and I met when she was health coaching and is health coaching for a specific product that's in the market that has helped millions of women lose weight, but she's also taken that journey to a new level, and I'm not going to steal your thunder, but if you'll talk about how you got into this and what's on the horizon for you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, I am Meg Hayes, and I basically started my health journey unexpectedly at the age of 8. I ended up having a colossal bicycle accident where the bicycle ended up landing on me, and I ended up having a crushed esophagus. So that perpetuated a fear of choking, which went into not only a eating disorder, but it also went into living 51 years with panic disorder. So then, about 4.5 years ago, I was in a car incident where I was hit by a car. Whew. And I don't know that I've ever said that out loud. That's the day Meg took her effing power back. I decided that I had been living a life that I no longer wanted to live. I was a person I no longer wanted to be. And it was time to use my God-given gifts of the gift of gab, the gift of writing, and the gift of knowing all about mental illness to really start helping others start feeling better in their skin. So I did end up start health coaching because I needed to get healthy, and I had never been healthy before, and I realized the difference between being able to handle things mentally also had something to do with what I was putting into my pie hole. And it just stuck. So now what I have done is I am tired of helping women lose weight because that number on the scale.
Amen.
And so I have taken my power back again, and I've created a course online to help women ask the hard questions of themselves and to find out who they are, who they want to be, and who they get to become when they take their health back.
I love it. And a funny story I shared at the last conference, but one of the things is I had really worked with my doctor for almost a year. She asked me, she says, Teresa, what do you want your body to look like? And I was like, like I can choose? I said, can I be like 6 foot tall? Just kidding. But she said, I want you to go and I want you to research, and I want you, just like you have a vision board for your business, I want you to have a vision for what you want, what you envision health to look like. And we're going to work on creating that body, because our bodies are really machines.
They are.
Yes, we can fuel them properly and they will do exactly what they're designed to do.
Right.
Or we can treat them like tractors and we'll see where they end up, right?
Good luck with that.
So, okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good luck with that. Well, I'm going to bring up Karen Hartnett to the stage. Karen, where are you at? Yes, there she is. Give her a hand. Karen and I met just after the last Unbreakable conference. Come on up. And Karen is a personal trainer. She has been in the fitness and the health industry for over 30 years. And I want you to share with us your unique story and how you got started.
Well, my health and fitness journey started a long time ago, around the age of 19, when I was approached by a young man in a gym who said, hey, I think you've got some potential to be a competitive bodybuilder. And I said, what is that? So that's when I fell in love with working out. And then I met the Lord at the age of 30, and I had a healing, I would call it the full meal deal. I was healed physically, I was born again, I was saved, I had it all. And then after that moment in time, he really started using me for his purpose and in the health and wellness industry. And so I got married, and then opened a studio in Lakeway, Texas, personal training. My dream came true. And then the trials came. And then the tribulations came. And I was like, oh my goodness, Lord, what am I going to do? And he just really took me through that process of maturity for the next 28 years. And that's been my story. I had IBS because of the stress of owning a small business. I had children, husband, so one thing on top of the other compiled. But what happened is he showed me what a balanced diet was and how to incorporate it into my everyday life. And the IBS I had suffered with for 5 years